I stared at the screen, not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't look away. 17 million. The number sat there like it didn't belong to me, like it had wandered into my account by mistake. It hadn't. I'd spent 3 years building the software, another 2 licensing it, and 6 months watching the contracts close one by one. Quiet money. Clean money. The kind no one talks about until someone sees it. My sister saw it first. I was sitting at the far end of the table, phone face up while I checked a notification. She leaned over to pass the bread and her eyes caught the banking app. Her hand stopped midair. The smile didn't leave her face, but something behind it shifted. She set the bread down carefully, like she was steadying herself, then turned and whispered something to my mom. My mom's fork paused. She glanced at me, then at my sister, then back at her plate. My sister whispered again, sharper this time. My mom looked up and met my dad's eyes across the table. He stood. Not fast, but deliberate. The kind of standing that makes a room go still. If you're family, you share, he said. His voice wasn't loud, but it carried. Everyone stopped eating. My sister leaned back in her chair, arms crossed, nodding like he'd just said something righteous. You owe us, she added. Her voice was quieter, but it landed harder. My mom didn't say anything, but she didn't have to. Her silence was agreement. One by one, they started. My uncle said something about how family takes care of family. My cousin mentioned how much I owed them for all the support over the years. Support I never asked for. Support that had mostly been judgment dressed up as concern. They kept talking, layering reasons on top of each other like they were building a case. I didn't interrupt. I just sat there, hands folded, watching them construct their argument. My sister finally leaned forward. Transfer it, she said. We're not asking for all of it. Just enough to be fair. Fair. The word sat in the air like a trap. They were all looking at me now. Waiting. Expecting me to fight, to argue, to defend myself. I could feel the tension pulling tight. I smiled. Okay. The room exhaled. My sister blinked, surprised. My dad sat back down slowly, nodding like I'd finally done the right thing. My mom reached over and patted my hand. Good girl, she said. My uncle laughed, relieved. They thought it was over. They thought they'd won. They went back to eating, lighter now, talking among themselves about what they'd do with their share. I didn't say anything else. I just finished my meal and left early. The next morning, my phone was quiet. Theirs weren't. It started with my sister. Then my dad. Then my mom. Calls from banks. From lawyers. Questions they didn't know how to answer. Because the 17 million they saw wasn't sitting in my personal account. It was in a trust. One I didn't control. One that had been set up by the company, with terms they'd never bothered to ask about. Terms that required board approval for any distribution. Terms that listed me as a beneficiary, not an owner. And the name on the trust wasn't mine. It was the company's. The one I built. The one they'd never once asked about.